Where are you going, Holmes? Have you been invited somewhere?
We have been invited, Watson,
We have. Where to?
to the Baker Street Irregulars' annual dinner. They sent us an invitation. It is on the table.
A dinner? How could those street urchins afford anything like that? I can't understand your interest in them, Holmes. They're dirty. They wouldn't hesitate to steal your wallet.
Watson, you should be excited. It is a secret dinner. Its location changes every year. Read the menu. Sounds mouth-watering.
All right. We, the secret police of Baker Street, invite you, Sherlock Holmes, and Dr. Watson to our annual dinner. Menu, entree, frozen rat head salad. Is this a joke?
Not at all. Pray continue.
Main course, sow's udder in Danny Nutcracker's way. Sounds disgusting, Holmes. Hedgehog goulash. Street turnips in homemade juice. And it goes on.
I can hear them on the stairs now.
Oh, we can't go there. We can't eat that.
Watson, you'll hurt the feelings of those poor children. We have to go.
Oh, Mr. Holmes.
It is fine, Mrs. Hudson.
Mr. Holmes!
Wiggins, Dr. Watson is getting ready. He will be delighted to join us. You don't look well, my young man. Is there something wrong? Don't tell me the dinner is cancelled.
Mr. Holmes, it's my brother Leighton. He's in a prison cell. They say he's killed 2 men. You have to help us, Mr. Holmes, 'cause I know he didn't do it.
Where is he now?
From what I've heard, they took him to the yard, and they gave him a good beating already. You know what they're like. They'll hang him. They won't look any further.
Holmes, we have to help him.
Well, and forget about the dinner. Wiggins, I'll take the case.
You're fantastic, Mr. Holmes. I'll be waiting for you at the crime scene. You'll be there, right? It's on Half Moon Street in Whitechapel.
Very well.
I mean, before I do that, and before I end this session, I want to cap it off with the letters. Sensation! An exotic method of murder. The arsenal of our present-day criminals may soon be refilled with poisonous plants. A young and beautiful woman, in collaboration with a colleague at Kew Gardens, planned the terrible murder of their director, Mr. Montague Dunn. Only one detective was capable of uncovering the truth behind a tragedy that was initially believed to be a simple heart attack. That detective's name is Sherlock Holmes. And we took a plant. A deadly plant at that. The hell's wrong with us? I guess we should go investigate the crime scene. Half Moon Street. I'd also say it's probably a good idea to go to Scotland Yard and make sure that Lestrade and his boys don't rough up the brother too much. Oh, is this the dead body? Nope. We're supposed to be going this way, apparently. Oh. No, we're supposed to be going down the creepy hallway. Alleyway. Okay. Let's go into the first person. Watson, don't leave me alone. Come on. Oh. Well, I guess we do have policemen.
Please, gentlemen, leave the scene now. Oh, Mr. Holmes, is that you?
Good evening, Constable...
Constable Marrow. I was here with Inspector Aberline during the Ripper case, Mr. Holmes, back in '88.
Ah, yes.
But then this is nothing like that case. With this one, we've got the murderer, the weapon, and the statements, which speak for themselves.
Ah.
Of course, Marrow. But you know that appearances can sometimes be deceiving.
Yes, quite deceiving. The victims.
Who were the victims?
The two men here, both shot. The stab fellow was Brian Vercotti, a well-known ruffian. The other, Kenneth Butler, a jeweller by trade.
You spoke of statements. You have witnesses?
Well, I was there, so I gave my own statement. And then there were two other witnesses who said they saw the killer Chapman. Mr. Turner, a gentleman who lives in that flat over there. And Polly Powell, a flower seller, who was over at the far side of the street.
Ah. I think we should go investigate this Polly woman. What were their testimonies?
So, Constable Marrow, I should be delighted to hear your testimony.
I was standing at the north side of Half Moon Street. That was the side that you came from.
But you would have been unable to observe this part of the street, where we are standing now.
That is correct. But I saw the two victims slowly enter Half Moon Street, and then shortly after, the fireworks started. A few minutes after that, the fellow Chapman rushed towards me and ran into Half Moon Street.
Please continue.
I didn't pay attention, but suddenly I heard a woman's cries and police whistles on the other side of Half Moon Street. I rushed over there and I saw the two dead bodies on the ground. When I reached Whitechapel Street, I saw Leighton Chapman. He'd been caught by two police constables.
When you say fireworks, do you mean gunshots?
What were the fireworks in honor of, Constable?
Oh, actual fireworks.
Today's Queen Victoria's birthday, Mr. Holmes.
Yes, I appear to have lost track of the days. It is May now, of course.
Details in Half Moon Street.
Constable Marrow, what else caught your attention while you were running through Half Moon Street?
I saw nothing but rats, and I took the time to light every corner with my lamp.
And what about the shots?
Did you hear the shots?
I didn't hear any shots. The fireworks were all over the sky. They were so loud I couldn't hear anything else.
And Mr. Turner window?
Did you happen to look up at Mr. Turner's window when you were on Half Moon Street at that time?
Yes, I saw that the window was open, but no one was there. It was dark in the room.
Constable, your statements have been of great value to me.
Somehow those are going to be of value. I'm not sure how. So, all right. Let me see. Here's the two dead bodies. Oh, I just walked over Kenneth Butler. I guess we should investigate the dead bodies. Brian Vercotti. Let us see. His hand.
He tried to stop the bleeding with his hand. Death was not instant.
The wound.
The bullet penetrated his stomach, a dreadful wound.
His other hand. The tattoo.
A tattoo from Westgate Prison. Vercotti must have done some time there.
Shoes, no. Hands are done. Face? Yes, face. Pained expression.
Brian Vercotti suffered greatly. What a terrible way to die.
Yes, a gut shot. Terrible, terrible, terrible. Let us, investigate Kenneth Butler. It's a nasty head wound.
The bullet struck his head. This man didn't stand a chance.
Really, Holmes? What gave it away? Ah, a key.
This is an ordinary key. I wonder what kind of door it opens.
plates. Stuck object. Piece of wood.
A piece of wood that has stuck between the cobblestones. Let us take a closer look.
It's like part of a chair or something.
This shard of wood is quite new.
Constable. Hello, Mr. Turner.
Good evening, Mr. Turner.
I heard Constable Marrow reply to you as Mr. Holmes. Are you that detective gentleman? I've heard of you. And well, I know things about this evening.
Oh, do you?
Excellent. Might we hear your story?
First, though, I must determine the kind of man you are. Not that this has really come up in the past. Like 3 cases. He's a veteran. A missing button? Oh dear. What is your testimony of the events that have happened here?
Could you tell us everything that you may have seen or heard?
I was already in bed when the fireworks started. A few moments after, I clearly heard 2 gunshots from outside.
Please continue.
I quickly got up and I grabbed the lamp from my nightstand and I rushed towards the window. I looked down and I saw 2 bodies. And there was a man with a gun who was standing nearby.
Where exactly?
Well, near this body.
Did he notice you?
I don't think so. He rushed towards Whitechapel Street without looking around.
2 distinctive shots?
Were the 2 shots you heard consecutive?
Yes, there was a very short pause between them, and they sounded different somehow.
Ah.
It seemed to me that the second shot was louder than the first.
That is an interesting comment.
So someone used a Derringer, another one said speak it with your chest and used a 45. However, I don't think a 45 caliber existed by now. Anyone else?
Mr. Turner, did you see anyone else in the street?
No, I saw no one but that man, the murderer, the fellow they caught.
And what about the escape?
Mr. Turner, what were your actions after you stepped up to the window?
I was afraid that the man with a gun might return, so I stayed close to the window till I saw the policeman coming in the Half Moon from Whitechapel. Then I walked out to tell them everything I saw.
You have helped us a great deal, Mr. Turner.
Yes, thank you. 2 victims, Turner's view, dark window. Constable Morrow paid attention to Mr. Turner's window while he was running past the dead bodies. He did not observe anyone next to the window. It was dark. 2 victims, 2 shots. No. Mr. Turner stated that he remained at the window of his flat until the police arrived. However, this is in conflict with Marrow's statement, as the constable did not see anyone at the window. Oh. Boy, Wiggins.
I'll do anything to save my brother, Mr. Holmes.
Understood. I must see this Polly woman now. Polly. Polly!
Mrs. Powell?
What do you want?
My name is Sherlock Holmes. I'm assisting the police with their investigation of the crime that took place this evening.
Well, I've already gave my testimony. but very well.
Can you give your testimony again, my sweet woman?
Could you tell us everything that you may have seen or heard?
Yes. I was selling my flowers as usual, and then the fireworks began, in honour of Queen Victoria. I enjoyed those. But then, all of a sudden, a young lad ran out of Half Moon Street and stopped just by me. He had a gun in his hand.
Oh no.
He was like a ghost, and all covered in blood. It was dark, but I could see him, because of the flashes from the fireworks.
And then?
I screamed as loud as I could. I knew that a policeman should be on duty in the vicinity. He had no time to escape. 2 constables got him. Then another constable came out from the very same street, and I heard him talking of a horrible murder.
A murder? Anyone else around?
Did you see anyone else leaving Half Moon Street, prior to or at the time of the crime?
No, sir, I did not. Even with all the fireworks, I was very attentive, as I'm always on the lookout for customers.
And what about the shots that you heard?
Mrs. Powell, did you hear the gunshots?
I'm not sure. You know, what with the fireworks?
My thanks to you, Mrs. Powell.
Yes. Solve the crime. Some evidence. Turner says he was standing near the window. Window was dark. Back to the constable. Constable, you must be mistaken. Or Mr. Turner is a liar.
It would be my pleasure to assist you with your investigation, Mr. Holmes.
Arrest that man then. Let me into his flat. Why didn't I... What? Okay.
Mr. Turner, you have stated that you remained close by your window after the crime. Is that correct?
Oh, yes, Mr. Holmes. I stayed at my window until the policeman arrived to examine the dead bodies.
Ah! Your contradiction.
That is very interesting, Mr. Turner. Constable Marrow stated that he did not see anyone at the window when he was running through Half Moon Street.
Well, I think Constable Marrow and me, we might have been distracted by the whistles and shouts coming from Whitechapel. We could have missed each other somehow. You understand what I mean? It was a bit of a stressful moment, to tell you the truth, sir.
Allow me to form my own theories, Mr. Turner. Would you mind showing me the view that you had from your window?
Not at all, Mr. Holmes. Please, follow me.
Maybe the guy didn't turn on a light.
Mr. Turner appears to live very modestly.
Fire. Ash. Burnt oh. Hot, 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 hot.
The papers are almost entirely burned. I am unable to see what's written here. These words are illegible. This fire is dying out. It was last tended to over an hour ago. The papers were thrown into the fire just a short while ago.
Mr. Turner, what are you burning? Oh God, his eyes right there. Let me see if I can do that again. Damn it. Yep, there they are. Mr. Holmes is a devil.
Mr. Turner was roused from his bed by the sound of gunshots.
But not the fireworks. Okay, so he would have had to get up from bed, come across this entire room with a limp.
The books on this shelf are in a mess. It looks as though Mr. Turner was trying to find something in a hurry here a short while ago. This walking stick is broken. It was placed here quite recently.
How do I know that it was placed here quite recently?
A perfect match. So, Mr. Turner broke his stick when it became stuck between the cobblestones. He did not mention that he was so near to the victims.
Or, and I'm just spitballing here, Holmes, he was walking home down the alley, the walking stick got wedged between the cobblestones, broke, and then he went up.